Me too. I dressed up in my MC cosplay today. It is. It's great. You can dress like me as well. You just go over there and pick up the official JXNCON t-shirt. That's a thing that you can do. So I know zero about Lolita fashion, but these gals do. And they'll have to share microphones because we only have two. Them's the breaks. So I'm just going to get out of the way. I'm sure they'll answer any questions you might have. Gandalf Santa, you rocked my world today, man. It was amazing. He does? You sound like you know. Wow, what we got going on here? I see what you did there. Sometimes you have to do that at the end of the day. Anyway, I'm just going to stop talking and let them talk about Lolita fashion. Here you go. Have a good one.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for this short introduction to the Japanese street fashion called Lolita. Tonight you will learn a brief history and overview of Lolita, how to create an outfit, common dispelled myths about Lolita, and about the Lolitas of Mississippi. Afterwards, we'll have a quick Q&A and also a photo opportunity for anyone interested.
Okay, so I'm gonna wing it here. So like a lot of fashion that are still common styles now, it started in the 70s and just sort of grew and changed and evolved, sort of like the punk scene or the goth scene. There's different fashions out there, and this was the sweeter, the more elegant, the Victorian Rococo era inspired scene. It started in Japan, and there are several brands that have been around since the beginning, like Angelic Pretty, and they just sit there and, oh my God, they put so much love and work into these little outfits, and we put so much love and work into getting them and wearing them. People are just spazzing out about Star Wars right now, but we're really excited about our outfits. So it's just that level of excitement just for literal fashion. Like I was telling her, some people are excited about collecting Louis Vuitton or Coach bags, and we're like, you've got the new dress. So the term itself, I don't know, I'm gonna mess up her whole outline. I do want to clarify that it is not based on the book of the same name, the Lolita Russian book. It is very unfortunate for English speakers that connotation has happened. Because it's really about modesty and being self-confident and pretty and feeling strong with what you're doing, and Lolita was very much an exploration of a girl's life and growth, and none of those things really, except the confidence. She had that part.
Okay, it's cool. It's cool. We're kind of used to it. I mean, we all just kind of go off on our own. We make it our own. One thing that I wanted to add that Mana, who is a singer with Malice Miser, or was a singer with Malice Miser, is often attributed to creating Lolita. He did create elegant gothic Lolita, the term, but the fashion is not his. He has his own brand, but he was not the creator, and a lot of people like to say, well, he created it, but unfortunately he didn't. He just made it really popular by wearing it and being what we call a brolita and being a man in Lolita. And he did it very well. Very well. Next, we just kind of want to go over how to create an outfit. First off, whenever you get into Lolita, you're going to have to pick out your style. You want to do something that you're comfortable in. Don't do something that is not you or unique to you or true to yourself. There's many different styles. Some of them range from Gothic, Classic, Hime, which is Princess, Wa, which is almost like a kimono that's a bit shorter, Sweet, Sailor, Country, Aristocrat, Kodona, and there's many more out there. If you can think it, it's probably got a subgenre such as Guro, which is bloodstained, but that has a lot of different rules with it, and it's its own monster. A Lolita outfit is composed of basic key elements. These can be broken down into headwear, a blouse, a bell-shaped skirt, an undergarment, legs, and footwear. Each element is essential in creating the proper Lolita aesthetic. But as you will see, and here is a good representation, there is much room for variety within them. Although none of them can be called absolute necessities, remember that coordinating a Lolita outfit is a bit like making a cake. You can take away and replace a couple of the ingredients, but if you take away the butter, the sugar, and the flour, you're not going to have a cake. You're probably going to have a pie or a mess. So there are many places to buy an outfit from, or you can make your own. The basics would be your skirts, your one-piece jumpers, or your one-piece dresses. Following the guidelines for your style is an absolute must. There are many online guides, forums, and communities that'll help you build and coordinate your wardrobe. And one of the biggest things is it does follow very strict rules. You must always be modest. A petticoat is completely a must. You can't really pull it off without a petticoat. And there's some things that will just never work together. But the online guides, and of course you can always ask us, we will be more than happy to get you into the fashion. So, okay.
Let's see where we're going to go from there. Well, one thing she has to note here, because it's the Japanese fashion, it's really hard sometimes to buy the pieces because there are several places, but ultimately the Japanese websites are the best bet. And so we've learned pieces of Japanese here and how to get shoppers from other countries and how to wing different types of shipping and delivery. And then there's a whole resale community too of people that will just sell it here stateside, which makes it much more convenient. A few specialty shops like Kauai Nola, is that what it's called? Yeah, Kauai Nola in New Orleans, which has a few pieces and is probably the closest place I can think of that I could drive to in a day. And then there's a lot of people that just make it themselves. So there's a wide range of name brand to just fitting the look. And like she said, there are the rules, but the rules are more like the silhouette of the outfit and the modesty. And from there, you can make your cake however you want. Some common myths. See, age is not a barrier. It is not specifically for little girls. Anybody, any age, and honestly, any gender, anybody can do it. The group we are very, very open to anybody that's interested in the same thing we're interested in. And if you ask questions, we will tell you more than you want to know. And then you start babbling like I do when I'm on the microphone. Some of us go with really, really sweet, lots of pink and flowers and ruffles, like here. And then I'm a more classic, more toned down version. I might have a ruffle or two. I have no pink, but it's still got the silhouette and the look of the style. Another thing, let's see. I don't know, where was that? Explain the cheating.
Okay. I want to go ahead and knock this one out too. A lot of people tweak their personality. Like if we're in Lolita, I can go ahead and say we're going to be really nice. But I mean, we're really nice anyway. But there are some girls or men that dress in Lolita and they don't change their personality at all. A lot of people will sit a little bit straighter. They'll be a little bit more neat because they're trying to keep their dress clean. Some people will change their personality completely. They'll become Mary Poppins when they put on a dress. But don't automatically expect Lolitas to do that because some of them will be just as much as a cussing sailor in the dress as out of the dress. And there are a lot of people that go out of their way to be extremely ugly and mean in Lolita. So don't just always assume they're going to be nice. But if you're nice to Lolitas, they'll be nice to you. Okay, dresses that have lots of lace aren't automatically Lolita. I just wanted to point that out because a lot of my friends will be like, "Oh, well, this has a lot of lace. This is Lolita, right?" It's like, no. God bless, no. So, a lot of Lolita dresses don't even have lace, and Kristen's is a really good example of that because it does not contain lace except for the socks, but we'll excuse that. But a lot of them don't even have it anymore. And a lot of the lace is very expensive and it's very nice lace. So it's not just any Rachel lace, however you say it. Ratchet lace, really is the way to say it. The biggest part of Lolita is to know that it is not a cosplay. It is not a costume. If you walk up to a Lolita and say, "I love your costume," they're probably going to look at you like you're Satan itself. So a lot of people assume that Chi from the anime Chobits, I know that's kind of old, but if anybody remembers that classic, they think that it's appropriate to wear this as Lolita. That is completely and utterly false. She wears beautiful dresses, and they're very beautiful, but they are not Lolita. That is a costume. Anything that could be considered even in the slightest bit as a costume will automatically not be Lolita. There's a lot of girls that do costume Lolita, and they'll do like a character in a Lolita style, but that's not automatically Lolita, and you have to be very careful with those guidelines because you will step on some toes if you kind of cross that line. So if you're wanting to get into Lolita, stay away from costumes, go with brands, go with bodyline, go with anything else, make your own if you have to. Again, we'll help you as much as we can, but we don't want you to automatically assume that it's a costume.
Just jumping around. Okay. Maybe we should have said this earlier, who we were. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, we're in the group the Lolitas of Mississippi, and we have been around for almost a decade, so this isn't a new style to the area. It usually surprises people when they see a group of us, but we've been around. And then several of us in the group have been into the fashion for longer than our local group has been established. There are men and women in our group, and again, various ages, and we're all over the state and out of the state as well. And one thing that we're very proud of is that we are a bully-free zone. We're very protective of each other. And we have a Facebook group that we will happily tell you about if you want to join. And we just do meetups, like at conventions. It's a good time to dress up because it's a good excuse to dress up. But then we'll just also go to tea houses or just do a day out and dressed up. So, I don't know, it's a lot of fun.
Okay, I guess now we'll just go ahead and introduce all of ourselves and kind of show, our outfits, tell you a little bit about our outfit and why we got into Lolita or how we got into Lolita. I guess I'll start since I'm the first one. I'm Jennifer. I'm one of the admins. I've been an admin for probably 3 years or something. It's been a while. When you get old, your memory goes. I got into Lolita probably in 2003 or 2004. I originally saw it on a very old site called Zanga, and that's kind of where it blossomed from there. I heard a Malice Miser song, started looking up Mana, and said, he's beautiful, I want to look just like him. And of course, I was looking at Gothic Lolita, which is the most popular, and then immediately went the opposite way, because usually I'm in pink and purple, so the inner goth is very sad right now. My outfit is actually Bodyline. It's considered the Walmart of Lolita. It's very, it's cheap. I mean, it's very affordable. It's not exactly the best quality or the highest quality, and you're going to see that. For instance, my print says Rose Bouquet, and it's immersed. So, you're going to have mix-ups like that, and they're very unapologetic about it. It's just you get what you pay for. But that's kind of what I'm doing. Yeah.
I'm Kristen, and I've been in the fashion probably since about 2000. Another old site, I was on LiveJournal and discovered about it. And I probably, like a lot of us, honestly, before I knew what it was, I learned about it from like anime and manga, and just like, oh, those really cute outfits. And then learning that it was fashion and going down the rabbit hole there. My outfit is actually all handmade. So, again, it's a good variety of things that we're showing you here, and I made the dress and the accessories and styled it up. I don't know how else to say. It's just what I did. Oh yeah, and I'm an admin also.
Does this work?
Oh, it works.
Okay. My name is Rachel. I have only officially been in a Lolita for maybe a few months. I've been an admirer of Lolita for 5 years probably. I learned about it from watching actually Kaichiwa Maid-sama. And I don't remember the name of the character, but he's like a little boy and he dresses up in Lolita as a girl because that's just what he wants to do. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're all so pretty. Yeah, see, she gets it. And then I found them I met Jennifer at, what was it, Mississippi Comic-Con? Yeah, it was Mississippi Comic-Con, and I don't know how she knew, but she was like, you should join this group. You just seem like you are totally a Lolita. And I was like, you know me so well. We've known each other for 30 seconds. This is actually my first, non-Walmart Lolita brand. It is Angelic Pretty, which is one of like the oldest and probably I think it's like one of the original brands. This is the powder rose print, and I did not get this from the site. I got this from one of the resale things the lady was moving, and I got it for like super cheap. I say super cheap in comparison to what it normally is. It was super cheap. Yeah. Just like her, I thought I was going to be totally into Gothic Lolita, and I bought the exact same dress, and I honestly liked the pinks more, and now my entire closet has a lot of pinks and purples. So.
I am Leah, and I've been into the fashion for, I would say, 3 years now. Did I meet you first? Someone added me on the group on Facebook, and then they were like, you should just join this group, and then you talked to me, and I met you at, was it Mississippi Comic Con? Was the first time I met you? I think you did. But anyway, yeah, I actually learned from the fashion from, like, anime and manga, just like she did, and I was like, that's, like, really cute before I found out it was a fashion. And when I found out it was a fashion, I was like, okay, I've definitely got to get into this, because this seems like something that I would enjoy doing. And, when you go out and there's people and they come up to you, of course, they're like, oh my gosh, were you in a play? Or, are you going to be in this? Or is that a costume? Or where are you going? And it's stuff like that. Or, actually, this print is from Fan Plus Friend. I actually got it at a convention in Texas. The print is called Castle Innocent, and it came with the matching bonnet. It wasn't that much, actually. I got it on a deal, so it was really lucky of me. But at first, I started out in like the Gothic, and then I converted to like Sweet, and now I'm converting to Classic. So it's been like a transformation for me. So it's just like an ongoing thing. So yeah.
Okay. That's kind of what we have to bring to you. That is our panel. We'll now take questions and answers if anybody has any, and then if y'all want to do a photo op, we'll gladly take pictures with anybody. Okay. Oh wait.
Are we around from here? Like, are we from around here, or do we like wear it out?
There's some girls that are what we would call like lifestyle Lolitas, and they wear it 24/7, and they're always in that mindset. Personally, I don't wear it unless I can get away with it at work at like Halloween. When you work at a law office, they look at you very strange if you come in Lolita. But any chance I get personally, I'll try to wear it.
I mean, I don't even know if this is acceptable to do in the Lolita community, but every now and then, if like my boyfriend and I are going on a date night and we're not going to like any kind of like super fancy restaurant, like I'm not gonna walk into Char in like a Sweet Lolita, but like, we'll just go to, I don't even know where we're going to eat, but we'll go to like an Italian restaurant, or a lot of times we'll go to Mr. Chen's and I'll wear it there, and then we'll go to the movies. And I used to work in the movies, so a lot of my friends are like, oh, it's Rachel.
And then I don't wear it around, but I find that it's affected how I choose my wardrobe for my daily life. Like, I don't wear pants anymore. Like, I literally just bought a pair of jeans the other day for a Jessica Jones costume. I didn't know what size I wore anymore because I have not worn jeans in like 3 or 4 years. So it's personally made me skew my whole wardrobe a little more feminine. But it's got to be a reason for me to pull out all the stops.
Like she said, there's the lifestyle, and then you've got like event Lolitas, where they'll actually just dress up for conventions or events, or like tea parties or things like that. Or like she said, if there's like a date night or something like that, if you're with your boyfriend or your husband and you're going somewhere simple, something like that. And sometimes we have meetups, like you said, and dress up for just meetups. Stuff, it's just like that.
Strength in numbers.
Yes, people tend to look at you a little less weirdly if you're with other Lolitas.
clear delineation, but there are a lot of similarities, and some of the fashion houses also will cater to both, so it makes the line a little blurrier. But Dolly K doesn't have the same silhouette. They've got a lot more variety in length, and if they wear skirts or pants or layers or not. But a lot of the feminine aesthetic is still there, and you'll see a lot of similarities in like accessories and hairstyles. They'll tend to wear more makeup though, in a more visible way that makes them look more doll-like. So if that helps you.
I started looking into it a little bit after watching Frozen Maiden, and for the life of me, I could not figure out the Melly closely about it.
Yeah, generally accepted term is Lolita. But there's also the fashion fashion called Cadona, which is sort of like a Prince look, and that's done by both genders. So, and then there's also some guys who will wear the guy outfit, but they'll wear the dresses too, if that helps. So it's it's fair game.
I really want to convert one of my friends.
Which we actually have a lot of men that do come with us to meetups. Like it was said, there's strength in numbers. We do get a lot of weird stares. We're not scared that we would be attacked, but if something bad were to happen, we want someone that could protect us. And unfortunately, boyfriends, husbands, acquaintances get drug into it. And usually what they'll do is just wear a tux or wear a suit for Sunday or just a button-down shirt. And a lot of time, people will really stop and stare and be like, is something going on? I mean, y'all are really dressed nice. And I mean, it's a nice excuse to see your guys dressed up nice as well. So, if there's not a funeral or a wedding, so.
Sometimes I wish that I either still lived in Texas, because you could go to downtown Houston and just have a carriage ride. I think that would be the greatest thing ever, to be in Lolita and get on a carriage ride to the popsicle stand.
Were there any more questions? Well, I think that'll wrap it up. If anybody want to take pictures with us or of us, you're more than welcome to, and we'll be here if there's anything else y'all want to ask.